Hey guys, it's Kara from iStampin.com. Thanks for joining me for another one of the paper and ink sketches. This week I am here to show you sketch number 13. These usually come out on Wednesdays, and I had every intention to have this out yesterday, but the day just got away from me, so I am doing this on a Thursday, and I think that's okay. All right, so if this is your first time seeing a paper and ink sketches, this is a sketch that is released twice a month, and each time when the sketch comes out, it's a little bit different. And the way that I like to use these sketches is as a blueprint. It's just a jumping off point. I don't necessarily follow it exactly as you see here. You definitely can, but you know, for me, I'm usually tweaking it a little bit here and there. We do have some tips on some great ways to get you started if you're kind of struggling. Sketches are a great way to start card making again if you're kind of going through a slump, just not being able to come up with anything original. If that ever happens to you, look at these paper and ink sketches, and I really think that you'll get your mojo back if you're just like I said, in a slump. So let me show you the card that I came up with. It's this one right here, so it's a thank you card. And when I saw this sketch, I knew I was kind of holding off using this one stamp set until I saw the sketch, and I was so excited to see this large background because I was like, oh, I can use the banners. This is one of our Sale-A-Bration stamp sets. It's called Any Occasion. You can get this stamp set for free through the end of March. During Sale-A-Bration, for every $50 that you spend before tax and shipping, you're able to choose something free out of our Sale-A-Bration catalog. And like I said, I was wanting to use this stamp set, and I was so excited that I finally got a chance to use it. And then for the main sentiment, this large thanks for everything, that's coming from All Things Thanks. This is located in our Occasions catalog, and the Occasions catalog is available from now until the end of May. And if you need copies of either of those catalogs and you don't have a Stampin' Up demonstrator currently, reach out to me and I'll get those to you. Now, if you follow my paper and ink sketches, you know that I do change things up, so today's no exception. So we're going to be starting off with a piece of Night of Navy cardstock, and this is just our regular A2 size cardstock. So this measures 8.5 by 5.5, and I've scored that at 4 1/4. So I'm just going to take my bone folder and burnish on that score mark, and we'll just put that off to the side. The next thing that you're going to need is a piece of Whisper White cardstock, and you can see here that we've got the measurements. So this is actually, I created an extra layer. Here we're actually just layering everything onto the card base, but I wanted to kind of make my own, like pattern paper. So what I did is I just cut this just 1/4 inch smaller. So this is actually 4 by 5 1/4. And this is where we're going to stamp all of the banners on. So you can see here that I did the same stamping, used the same stamp throughout the banner. I just changed up the colors. So the colors that we're going to need are Peekaboo Peach and Pool Party, Calypso Coral and Blushing Bride, and I'm hoping that I can get this 5th color in, Night of Navy. I didn't do that on my sample, so I'm going to change it up just a little bit, so hopefully I can get that color in at the bottom. So the first color we're going to start off with is Blushing Bride, and we're going to do the little banner part first. I like to use a Stampin' Pierce mat when I'm using photopolymer stamps, and I've just got a scratch piece of paper here. So I'm just going to layer all this on top of each other. And what you're going to want to do with this stamp set is start off with the little banner image, and then we just build up. So the way that I did is I'm going to do all of the banners first and all the different colors, and then I'm going to go through and do the thank you and all the different colors, and then come back with that little tassel. That kind of helps me keep it more organized and look a little bit more cohesive. But if you can do it a different way, have at it. Okay, so I'm going to zoom in a little bit so that you can see this. Okay, so like I said, this is Blushing Bride. And what you're going to do is just stamp the little banners and just match them up to each other. It's really easy with the photopolymer. And then you'll just want to clean in between each color. So the next color we're going to do is Calypso Coral. And I would love to hear if you have this stamp set and have used it yet. I just think it's so cute. Whoops. I'm going to try to come back in. With the photopolymer stamps, that's the great thing, is that we should be able to do this perfectly, but we'll see. Nah, I didn't do a very good job. I'm not too worried about that because that's actually going to be covered up. So you know what? I'm going to flip it over and I'm going to start again. Okay. Rewind. I didn't like that. Even though it may be covered up, it's going to bother me. Okay, so let's start over with Blushing Bride. And I'm going to leave my mistake in. I know y'all like to see my mistakes and know that I do it too. So don't ever think that I'm perfect. I just usually edit them out just so that you don't have to see a 30-minute video. Okay, now let's do Calypso Coral. Let's see if I can do a better job. Okay, there we go. Okay. Clean off your stamp. Okay, the next color is Peekaboo Peach. Okay, and I'm really not going to be too worried about that because I will have that covered up, so that's not going to bother me. It's a lot easier. I think I'm just having difficulty stamping this because I'm doing this on camera and I can't get my head in the as close as I need it to, so don't be discouraged seeing me not get good impressions. It's really because I would really prefer to have my head a little bit closer to the paper. All right, so the next color we're going to do is Pool Party. And I think I am going to have room to get that fifth color in. Okay. So we're going to come right here. Okay, and then yeah, let's go ahead and do that last color, which is Night of Navy, and we're just going to do that right here at the bottom. Clean your stamp. And we're just going to come right here. This is going to barely show, but that's okay. It just kind of ties in the cardstock. There we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and do our stamping. I've got the thank you on a block, and I'm just going to go ahead and do the Night of Navy since I already have the stamp pad open. And like I said, the banner's really not going to show very much, but that's okay. And so we're just going to follow just like if we had done it. Okay, so that's it for the the Night of Navy. Clean off your stamp again. Now let's go to Pool Party. Let's see here. I'm actually just going to clean that part of the stamp off. Okay, so you just see the U there. And let's come down here. Okay. It's really fun to build these banners up, and there's so many choices that you can make with these banners. There's some birthday banners, congratulations, celebrate, just you know, just a lot of fun. There's a lot of options, which is neat. All right, now let's do Peekaboo Peach. And it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, sometimes you'll see the little thank you that hangs down a little bit further. Sometimes I've got it perfect, you know, just right on, and that's quite all right. All right, Calypso Coral is next. And I've cleaned off my stamp, just making sure. Okay, and then lastly we're going to do Blushing Bride, and then we'll get to stamp the little tassel on there, and that part is just so much fun. It just ties everything together. They really thought of everything with this stamp set, and the best thing is it's free. Okay, so let's stamp right here. And right there. Okay, that's good. All right, so the next thing you're going to do is to get these two images, the little tassel and the bow. That's what's going to make that image. And so I'm going to start off with the tassel first. I'm going to come in here with my Blushing Bride and come right here. So you're just going to do it right where the banners connect. Okay, and then I'm going to, so I've got the tassel on one side. I'm going to actually move the tassel over. So I've got these positioned on the block so that I can just do these without switching. And so I'm just going to come right up here and just add that. Come down a little bit lower. There we go. Okay, now we're going to move to Calypso Coral. And I find if you do the tassel first, it makes it easier to add the bow. Okay. The bow's going to kind of cover up the banner bow, but that's okay. Okay, clean off the stamps, and then let's move on to Peekaboo Peach. I'm going to add a tassel right here. Okay, then we've got Pool Party. Okay, and then lastly is Night of Navy. All right, the next thing that you're going to do is cut a piece of Whisper White cardstock. This measures 3.5 by 2.5. And I am going to use Calypso Coral, and I'm going to use this large image right here. Thanks for everything. We're going to stamp that. Just going to stamp that right here in the middle. Perfect. And I am going to add some Night of Navy enamel shapes. These are in our annual catalog. And they come in color families. So this is the Regals collection. So all of the Regals will come together. So I'm using a large and small enamel dot. And then I'm going to use a small one right here. So let me bring the sketch back in. So next I'm going to do this little strip. Now I've done this a little bit different. I've cut this down to 3/4 of an inch by 5 1/4. So the sketch is a little bit different. That's okay. And I'm just going to be putting that right here in the middle of the card. And the great thing is this is going to cover up my mistake. So I think that looks about center, and I'm just going to use snail to adhere this, and then I'll just trim off the excess that's hanging on either side. So just take your scissors and just cut that off. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and adhere this to the front of the card base. So let's bring our card back in, and let's just make sure that this is equal on all 4 sides. Okay, and then I'm going to pop this up on dimensionals, and we will be all done. So I'm just going to put dimensional in each corner. And just center this in the card. And there you go. How cute is that? So let me bring the sketch back in. So you can see here that I followed along with that strip, used the same square as the focal point. With the enamel shapes, I just used 2 and 1. This is a little bit different. But then I created my own background using that adorable Any Occasion stamp set out of the Sale-A-Bration catalog. All right, guys, well, I hope you liked today's project. If you did, give it a thumbs up. You will be able to download the paper and ink sketches from my blog. So if you are watching this on YouTube, down below in the description box is a link to my blog that you can head on over there to be able to download this. I would love to receive feedback on the paper and ink sketches. We've been doing this for a while now, so we're at number 13. I'd also love to get your feedback on the Any Occasion stamp set, if you've gotten it, if that's on your wish list, anything like that. So like I said, you're able to get it for free when you spend $50 or more. I'll have all of the products linked down below, so I make shopping in my online store super easy. All right, guys, if you have any questions about today's project, you can always comment below. I may be repeating myself, hopefully not. But anyway, have a great day. Bye, guys.